Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are tuning in from. Welcome to today's Power Boost. As usual, we want to leave you empowered. And so I thought that what we should remind you of today is your timelessness. And that came to mind, especially because of the times we are living in. There is so much upheaval, and that upheaval is causing lots of internal upheaval, and whether it's the environmental upheaval, whether it's the emotional upheaval, whether it is the political upheaval, all of those things combined is a cause for many of us for anxiety and worry and fear and doubt. And it occurred to me that one way to combat the effort that you have to make to be peaceful and calm and measured, not only at this time, but all the time, is to remember that whatever it is that's happening is happening in a moment, happening in a moment of time. And I am reminding you of that because, like all moments in time, it will pass. And what you have to remember is that whatever it is that you are fearful of, whatever it is that's causing you worry and concern, need not be so, only because, like everything else that you have to deal with, it is just a small part of your eternal part. You might think of it as maybe not even one chapter in your book. It may be thought of as one paragraph. And if you are able to hold it that way, if you're able to see it in that light, then the effect that it may be having on you, which for many of us is negative, you would have a whole new and different perspective. So this is just a moment in time. And this too shall pass, as all else does. And that is whatever each and every one of you might be facing that's causing so much concern. And so if you can, in this very moment, begin to have that perspective, begin to appreciate that you are forever. You are now, and you always will be. That you are not temporal like the situation. You are not temporal like the circumstance. You are not temporal like the weather. All of the things that are affecting you, begin to see them as passing clouds. And of course, to see and appreciate and observe what's passing allows you to be detached, allows you to disconnect. And it is that change in perspective that will empower you. So this is whatever it is, and it could be any number of things, even an illness. Understand and appreciate that you are not that you are experiencing that, and see what there is to learn from it. And even as you go inward, as we always urge you to do with these sessions, think of a time when you were happy. Think of a time when you were able to be appreciative of what is happening in your life. Think of a time when you were able to be well adjusted. Think of a time when you could be carefree. Think of a time when there was no reason for you to be fearful and in doubt about now or tomorrow. What might come to mind when you think of that time? Your childhood may come to mind. And why is it that in your childhood you have less worry and concern? Well, it's because you let those who were able to take responsibility for you do that. And you were assured that all is well. Well, the only thing that has changed over that time is the body that you're in. It's the body that has gotten older. It's the body that has been subject to entropy and decay. It is the body that may be unwell. And you are not subject to that kind of change. And so it's good to remember that who you are, your true identity, never changes. And the same caretaker that had you be self-assured and confident and happy, that same caretaker is always on duty. That same caretaker always has your well-being at heart. And it is that same caretaker that allowed for every outcome to be the right outcome. Habitually, we look back and notice what the benefits of any particular time that you had gone through are. And so what you can do now as you are responding to whatever upheaval might be cause for your concern, you can have that assurance, you can have that confidence that you will get to the other side, and that all that you need to be doing yourself is ensuring that you are not causing anyone sorrow personally, that you are not responding in kind to whatever you might be experiencing that you consider to be offensive. And so once you're able to take responsibility right now for your own actions, your own response, then you need not be concerned about how well things are going to be for you. For you, all is and can always be well. All is as it should be. So be in this space of certainty. Be in this space of love. Be in this space of happiness and contentment. Not the material space, the spiritual space, the space that you can only find by doing more and more of these type of exercises that we encourage you to do every time we come to you with a power boost. It is to boost your own power. It is to call on those reserves within that too often we forget that we have. And so let's be in this moment. Let's be aware of the support that's not visible. Let's be aware of the support that is always there. And most important of all, let's be aware that we are aware. That is what will get you there. That level of awareness will change how you feel and what you're experiencing right now. And it's important to take that with you. This deep understanding of who you are. And so no matter what you have to encounter for the rest of the day, no matter what news is brought to you, remember that this canopy of protection that has earned you this right to be carefree and to not be at the mercy of anyone or any circumstance. And you have this invisible connection to all others like yourself. And you can reach out to them with the very thoughts that you can bring to the situation that is positive, that is loveful, that is understanding, that is compassionate. And so let's make this moment in time exactly that, a moment that is passing, but also a moment that you can invest in for all the other moments to come. We can be proactive about our future. We can make investments in the moments and the days and the weeks and the months and the years to come. So what matters is what you do now, is how you relate to it now, it's how you respond to it now. So take responsibility for this very moment, and that will take care of every moment beyond this one. Be in this now state of goodness, this now state of contentment, this now state beyond doubt and beyond fear, because that is your essential makeup. That's the essential you. That is why you are eternal. You could not be eternal if you did not have all of the ingredients, we might say, the wherewithal to be so. And it is remembering that will allow you to have the perspective that will change whatever negative condition or circumstance that you are experiencing at this moment. And in the days ahead, share that with your loved ones. Share that perspective. Always remember that these are passing moments in time, passing clouds, and make sure that you are not contributing in any way to anything else but your own well-being and the well-being of others around you. And so be in that silent space, that space you can go to anytime, where there is no upheaval, where there is no disturbance, where there is no unhappiness, where there is no fear, where there is no doubt, where there's no weakness. And it is that power within that empowers you without. And so from this moment on, you can take command and be that self-sovereign. And as you change your mind, you change your world and you change the world. As it's appearing to you right now is your own creation and your own interpretation. And so the alternative, the world you want, rests with you and within you. Om Shanti.